they were in black and pink.
All right, folks. All right, folks.
Here we go.
Order. I'll call the meeting to order. It's out of PM, July 26th. Oh, yeah, right there's the name right there. Public hearing.
16.
16. I said, I looked at 26. All right, so pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call. Roush?
Yes.
Lowe? Yep. Woods, yes. Knuckle?
Yes.
And DeShane? And approval of agenda. That's today's agenda. I would like to make a motion to amend the agenda to have some discussion at the end of the agenda. Maybe 7A, 7B, 7C, and I make a motion to adjourn 8. And 7A would be discussion of planning consulting. 7B, suggestions that were made to the board, can put them out public for other people that weren't at that meeting. And just any other discussion the rest of the planning commission. What did you say 7B was? 7B is suggestions to the planning to the board from the planning commission. Just for discussion, that is. I'd say 7C would be, are there anybody else's input as far as the planning commission?
You need a second, Joanne?
Second?
I will second.
All in favor?
Yes. Aye. Yes.
Aye. All right, we're going to open it right up to the public hearing. And we're going to start with Mid-Michigan Energy, which is the Sunoco gas station being proposed for the corner of Linwood and M13 or South Huron Road. And we'd like to open that up right away to the public comment, if there is any.
You open it up
Time
at,
for,
no, you open it up at 19.
oh, okay,
Or
open it up for
just-
public comment at 19:02.
May I ask what's going on with the Sunoco gas station? Is it opening up immediately? It's like motion's already gone forward with the zoning. Like, I'm out of the loop a little bit. I work a lot.
And if you could, stand up and give your name.
Hi, my name's Cody Blumright. I'm the manager of Lindogs, daughter of the owners, my parents. I just came here recently. I love y'all's village. I'm so grateful to be a part of it. And I've met a lot of amazing people in this little village, and it's just like so great. But I'm just curious exactly what's going on with the Sunoco gas station and moving forward, because I've just been out of the loop. If I could just give a little recap, is it like being built here soon, or? Because I heard a little bit, but I just don't know the final.
Hey, public comment, we really can't,
Oh, heard.
entertain questions and
Okay,
answer
sorry, ignore
questions.
me.
But also the people that are actually having or proposing these sites can actually get their input as well. So, if you ask a question when it comes time for them, if they want to give any insight to you, then they can do so.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Public comment? Again, this is just on the Michigan Energy. Public comment, going once, twice, and we will close public comment.
I'm Randy Phillips, I live right behind. I just am concerned about like a fence, and when you pull into like where Judy's Pies was, there's quite a slope. I just want to make sure if they build it up, we don't get runoff, or if there's going to be a large enough fence or a pretty fence, So.
Yeah, something.
That's it.
Understand. Anyone else? Public comment? All right. We will close public comment on this item at 7/5/1905. I don't really have this part of the agenda, but if the engineer or site owners would like to give any insight to what was asked, feel free.
I'm on.
If you're the representative, sir, yes, you are.
Thank you very much. Okay, the project is going to be a gas station. There will be gasoline pumps, there will be diesel pumps, there will be a convenience store from the current building. There will be no alcohol sales. I don't know if he plans on having a 24-hour operation. That's going to depend on how much traffic he can steal from the Marathon station. So, when we're looking at the project, you're correct. There's a big drop off to that farmer's field. You've got a vinyl fence up. I've got a note on the plans to protect your fence, but that backside of the property and about 20-some feet in on the south side, there's going to be a retaining wall. So none of that water is going to leave the site. And there will be a 4-foot high vinyl fence on top of the wall. So you won't get any kind of light trespass onto your property to upset you.
Oh, okay. And light, can I ask another question about lighting? Will that be, depending on if it's 24 hours, will that have like a light on all the time?
Well, the
or-
canopy lighting obviously has to be on for obvious reasons. You want people to be safe and feel safe. The lights are set so that they don't hang down. They are recessed up into the roof, so the light going sideways is limited. It'll still be bright. Nothing we can do about that because of the candle power requirements. But as far as whether or not they'd be on 24 hours, if the store was open 24, yeah, they'd have to be. But like I said, we're doing everything we can. We gave a lighting plan in there that shows, I mean, as a matter of fact, you want to look right here. This is the lighting plan right on the front. So you can see what we intend to do as far as lighting the site. There'll be no trespass onto your property. MDOT is making us close 3 of the entrances, the 2 that are northmost and the one right around the corner. So there's going to be 1 entrance off of M13, 1 entrance off of Linwood Road, and it should make things better at that corner because there won't be so much congestion with cars coming and going. All the storage for the stormwater is going to be underground and empty right out into the drain. I don't have a plan for that currently because my runoff consultant, the guy that's designing this for me, just has been dropping the ball. Between vacations and sickness, I haven't been able to get anything out of them, but that will be provided to the township so they can see what we intend to do. But all of the storm storage is intended to be underground. There will be a unit, it's called an Arcadia unit. It's going to be there to take out what's called suspended solids, basically whatever kicks up along the parking lot ends up going in. We have to have 80% removal of that. That's what this unit does. It also has storage for 50 gallons of hydrocarbon should there be a leak. We go with 50 gallons because if somebody's gas tank fell off and split open, that would be sufficient to contain that. I don't have anything from the Drain Commissioner yet because I haven't been able to submit it without the plans, but I do have Road Commission, which also includes the Water Department in hand, and I should have stuff from MDOT this week to get my permit because all these closures and everything were at their request and they pretty much went through their list of requirements. So I don't see any issue there. So we will have all of our permits shortly and be ready to start construction. The developer would like to have started a month ago, but we've run through issues. So at this point, this meeting is a special use hearing. We've already approved the plans, so if you want to take a look, if you've got any more questions, I'll stick around. Feel free to ask.
I got one for you.
Oh, yes.
Are they making change the turn lane? Or are you using existing turn lane? Because I see it starts here, but your driveway's,
That's where the existing driveway is right now.
so I'm not as requiring.
Nope.
Good for you.
Their biggest requirement was the 6-foot dimension between the back of our curb and the back of their curb.
Where is the catch basin located that you talked about as far as for fuel?
Well, let me flip the page because I didn't get the utility table.
Fuel or oil or whatever.
This single pipe is what this whole area is going to end up being storage. That was just there as a placeholder. This unit right here is the Acadia unit, and all of the structures on the site drain to that before it goes into the storage. So we will capture everything before it gets to a point where it can be released out into the drain.
The runoff on the front, is that, everything slopes to the back?
Everything goes this way. I argued with them that because historically all of this right here went out into the road.
Right,
And typically, if they say historically it's gone to our right of way, we'll let you continue. They told me no. So I had to capture everything, which really made for some interesting design work. But I managed to get it all to work, and as soon as I get Mr. Basket to sign off on the storage, I should be good.
So you got everything approved so far then?
Yes.
Oh,
Like I said, the last thing I need is to get MDOT's permit, which is coming this week. And Mr. Basket is our drain commission engineer. He will be reviewing the stormwater storage as soon as I get that in hand.
So back to my question originally, the zoning was approved for this gas station, correct? Is it because there was already a gas station there before originally? So it's like inherited? Or I
No.
thought there was a zoning situation going on there?
He's asking for special use permits.
special use.
Understood, okay. Misunderstood the conversation, I apologize.
You are correct that there was a gas station there historically,
Right, that's
but
where,
with the uses that were there, we had to literally start over from scratch.
understood.
Yeah, because they have the dispensary in Rosie's, not Rosie's. Judy's place.
What kind of buffer is gonna be between the?
Say that again?
What kind of buffer is gonna be between the turn lane onto Linwood Road and the gas station property itself?
The same buffer that's there currently. I mean, we will have a 6-foot wide median strip.
Okay, all right. I
Because
just
that's the
wondered
MDOT
if there was gonna be-
requirement?
If there was gonna be some kind of a buffer between the turning
Yes.
signal and the gas, or the turning lane and the gas station.
Like I said,
There's no
MDOT said we
interference
can't dump our
with
water
that.
out there, so I had to put a curb on the inside in order to catch it and push it the other way. Anything else?
What about the water distribution line? You have to get approvals from
The
Water
Michigan,
authority?
the Saginaw Midland Water Supply Line?
yeah.
Yeah, we're not even coming anywhere near that.
Oh, looks like you're building curb over top of it.
Well, that's allowed.
Oh.
They don't have a problem with that, considering it was there already. 'Cause I have discussions with them. Can't remember the guy's name over there right now off the top of my head, but yeah, they signed off on that really early in the program. Because at one time, I was gonna put a catch basin in that curb and have to get the line crossed over the top. They knew how much they loved anybody crossing over their lines.
Right.
So by moving things around, making Mr. Hundley happy, it all works. Nobody's complaining.
How about the sewer? You got major operation in the sewer to do?
What was that?
Do you have to do major operations to the sewer?
In
part
terms
it?
of what? We're just gonna,
Bigger,
there's no sewer on the site currently.
okay.
Everything we're doing is making it better.
For sure.
Very
It's white. It's nasty. Thank you for buying it and doing this.
Oh, I didn't buy it, I just designed it.
Oh, whatever.
But I will pass that on to the owner.
Disgusting, yeah. Or is.
Any
I
other
don't
questions for the
mean
Mr. Basket?
I mean, it's a nice development, fits the area.
Mhm.
You know, I'm sure people will appreciate it when it's done.
I will.
Yeah.
That's all.
Anything else? Thank you, I'm gonna sit down now.
All right. Item A3, discussion, anybody have any input they would like to share or discuss? Commission line?
I think it's a great addition to the township. It brings more economic growth to our township. They've jumped through MDOT's hoops. I think it's a good asset to the township, especially if they stay open 24 hours.
How high was the wall in the back,
Say that again?
as far as like the lighting and the shine off the lights, of vehicle lights? How tall is the wall that's in the back, the east side?
The wall is going to be at the top of the wall will be at the base elevation of the parking lot, and there will be a 4-foot high vinyl fence on top of
On
it.
top of it?
Yep.
So that'd be completely blocked out, I mean, it's
Yes.
not, yeah.
And that's gonna be right where people are gonna be pulling in, so we'll have headlights right at that fence, correct?
Yeah, but the fence is on the back side of the property. There'll be people circulating obviously out in front of it.
Okay.
I see nothing else holding us back. Unless somebody else has some input or questions or?
I make a motion to approve the special use permit for Mid-Michigan Energy LLC
And I'll second it.
All right, roll call vote. Knuckle?
Yes.
Sloan?
Yes.
Shano?
Yes.
Roush?
Yes.
And Woods, yes.
Well, thank you very much. I'm gonna miss you guys.
Right back at you.
Keep bringing some more clients.
I'll
this
work
way.
on it.
Okay.
All right, we can close A. And we will open up to Linwood Storage LLC, which is an additional storage facility in the village of Linwood on Elevator Road. And we will start by opening it up to public comment. Does everyone here know where that is or what it is?
Yeah, Mark's the owner. Good guy. I said Mark is the owner, he's a great guy.
All right, and public.
John's probably, I don't know if you want him to go.
Still
Yeah,
public?
Yeah, still public.
I didn't open that up, but, 1915 was the time on the public comment. And if nothing else, we'll close public comment. 7:16, and we'll give the floor over to this gentleman, who's the
Alrighty.
engineer.
Okay, good evening, John Morey with D&M Site Surveying and Engineering. So this site is at 54 South Elevator Road, just south of Linwood Road. Right now, this project's gonna go in 4 phases, okay? The first phase, right now, the client has 6 tax parcels along Elevator Road. Okay, so the first portion of the project, which the planning commission really doesn't get involved in, is the land division on the east side of the road. This tax parcel would get split in this area, and a land enhancement, we're going to add about 30 feet to the tax parcel on the west side of the road. Okay, the current zoning is light industrial. I-1, and so inside of the ordinance, there is no stipulation for condominium projects within this light industrial zone. So we threw around rezoning it to R3. We didn't want to do that, and so thus brings up the special use permit aspect of the site. The third aspect would be the site plan approval, and the fourth step of this is the condominium drawings and the master deed. Okay, so the site plan, we're going to convert these 2 existing buildings into a condominium storage project where they would be divided up. So we'll take the easterly site first. This existing building then would be divided up into 6 condominium units on this side. Those would be sold just like a condominium, a residential condominium site, where the owners then would control the bounds of this property with an association. There would be a master deed created. There would be, terms, bylaws of what can go in there. Mark wanted me to call this project Linwood Recreational Condominiums, but that sounds like people are going there to play. But the intent of this is obviously RVs, bigger boats, snowmobiles, storage. So the site on the east side of the road is an existing site. We're really not doing anything with this site other than doing the land division. It's an existing gravel lot. The drainage comes out north here to a 36-inch on Linwood Road. And so that site is, we did put some landscaping, some sidewalks in out to the road, and site lighting just at the doors. Those are just wall packs that illuminate the entrance doors. This will all be gated, and there'll be some type of card gate or access for those owners. The association would get created. They'll elect a president of their condo association. They'll end up paying some type of dues for maybe snow removal or filling in potholes, what have you. On the west side of the road, the existing building, again, would have 4 units, 24 by 60, and then in the back there would be 7 units, just 12 by 24s on the back. Now, the bigger units then would have a bathroom. This orange line is a sanitary sewer that runs parallel with the railroad tracks. So we don't have the architectural drawings yet, but the small bathroom would just be in the back of those buildings, serviced with that sanitary sewer. There's a fire hydrant right here in the front, and they would obviously have that water service right there also. So the plan is to build another building. It's 26 feet by 50 on this other side of this lot, and again, we would service those with a small bathroom in the back. Again, this would be a condominium, and so there would be an association set up, a master deed, and then they would basically govern themselves. And again, the intent of this is for, you know, boats, RVs, campers, snowmobiles, whatever recreational toys that master deed's going to spell out. Okay, so we did get some landscaping in there. On the review from Lapham, they were concerned about this property line, the northerly property line, since we are abutting residential to the north. There is a sewer line that was put in on that north property line, and that is, it's kind of similar to a rear lot drainage system where it's a trench drain, it has pea stone, a perforated pipe, and the engineer from Lapham, he was concerned about you know, the residential unit, the people to the north. We are going to put a fence up, but we don't want to impede the, you know, the natural flow of his backyard, which does drain into that on our property. So we were kind of, you know, putting trees or landscaping in there. The roots would plug that up. So what we'll do is we'll just put in a 6-foot fence, vinyl I spec'd out, so that you know, we protect his view. There's nothing coming in or out of this side. Everything would be, you know, accessed from the front or from the middle, and all the site lighting is those wall packs over the doors again. So that's kind of this plan in a nutshell. After we get the special use permit and the site plan approved, then we'll go to you know, the condominium documents, the Exhibit B drawings, and the master deed. When that is all recorded, that's when those can be sold and transferred. The developer would be the condo association president until 75% of those condominiums are sold. So he will be involved pretty much for, unless he is able to rent them all out in a week, he'll be involved in the whole maintenance and you know, the upkeep of these 2 sites for a while. And so it's not just quick build it and you never see him again. Plus he just lives down the street, so he's going to be hard to find. So has anybody got any questions about I tracked this down to like 1903, this area, and apparently they had manufactured some type of rubber coating something back in the day here.
Lumber's fire.
Yeah, and so it's always been, you know, we didn't want to rezone it. When you have that industrial zoning, it's when you give it up, it's really hard to get back. And again, the ordinance didn't have anything for condominiums, which is probably common for most everybody's ordinances. But these are the wave of the future, these condominium storage units, as people get bigger boats and bigger RVs, and you know, you can't put them in your front yard, and so they got to find a spot for them. So there is a need for them, and being this close to the bay, he thinks it's a good idea.
So I see the two smaller units have water and sewer. The ones here on the bottom, correct?
Here?
Those two buildings? Yeah. This building and that building, this is water
Yeah.
line, this is sewer?
Yeah, this is proposed. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
The large one that's existing, is there any fire protection sprinklered in there?
I do not have the architectural drawings for this building yet, for the land, for the splits of it.
Okay.
So, but there will have to be a firewall in those.
Only if it's bigger than 12,000 square feet, which it's not.
Okay. Then what large boats and RVs, propane tanks stored in the RVs, motor homes, I guess we'll call them, have large capacity propane tank boats with their fuel? Is there going to be an association requirement that you draw it down to a certain level so the fire load is not so high?
That's a good question.
You know, we can certainly talk about that. We're not there yet. We kind of got to get through this step to get to the next step. But yeah, you know, currently we store boats and RVs in there right now, and we've never had a problem with that. But we would certainly entertain all that. Yeah.
The other question I got is, it's gravel now.
Yeah.
And thinking of your residential unit there in the front, boat trailers, jet ski trailers, campers pulling out of there, stirring up dust because it's gravel. Have you looked into possible asphalt?
Well, it's been like this since 2017. Right now, it's we're basically doing the same thing we have done. We're using asphalt millings.
Okay.
Okay.
That solves the dust.
So that's how we get away from the dust problem. So I'm an excavator by trade for the last 45 years. All of our parking lots are crushed asphalt, at least the top 2 inches.
Okay.
So it really solves the dust issue.
And then one more, all one association or 3 separate associations?
Each building will probably be its own,
Okay.
because each building is a different size. It gets really complicated with these HOA things.
Yeah,
So,
they've been building these, Saginaw County's got quite a few.
yeah, there's a lot of
So-
places that have to do each building with its age,
Okay.
with its own.
That's all I got.
Thank you for the
To
question.
follow up on what Jeremy was mentioning as far as the water lines and the sanitary sewer, you said that the bottom 2 buildings would have small restrooms
Yes.
in each unit, but I don't see the same infrastructure in the upper building. Were you proposing the restrooms in the upper ones as well?
Yep. All the
Okay.
restrooms are gonna be handicapped, so we're gonna put them all, so they're ADA, okay? Everything will be that way, everyone we build.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. I didn't see the orange, so I was like,
We're
wait a
working on the
minute.
water and the sewer. I met with Bay County
Okay.
on the water and the sewer Thursday. I didn't go any farther than that. I kind of have a situation with them where we're good. But I need to get to this step to get to the next step.
Right.
Because we're going to come back to the township, because the township has the sanitary sewer and the water main.
I guess what is the purpose of bathrooms in there?
Well, if you want to, so we're going to give them an option. Okay, so we're going to put the plumbing in for them. It costs about $10,000 to put in a handicap bathroom, okay? Some people may want it, and some people may not. But we're going to give them the option to do that. And so we're going to propose like we're going to do every one of them. Now, they may just have it stubbed in, they may not want the bathroom. But that doesn't mean the next guy wasn't, or in 2 years they don't want one. But if the plumbing's already there, it'd be easy to adapt to. That's the philosophy. Because it's really hard to go rip out the floors and put sewer in. You gotta do it all pre, okay?
Unless you have a public restroom, I mean, people pull their boats in. they only have the one storage,
Yeah,
access, so it's not like they can go next door and use,
exactly.
neighbors.
Yep. So that will be the plan on, most of them, or like the first, this existing building, the farthest south one, we're actually probably gonna put one bathroom in there and let all four of them have access to it in our deed restrictions. And we'll put a sidewalk to it, all that, so 4 people could share that. So we're gonna be flexible. From a price standpoint, we wanna be as price competitive as we can be. So we can get somebody who wants a really fancy unit, or if they want a plain Jane unit, we're gonna be able to accommodate each different type of customer. That's the plan.
So that would be, that bathroom then would have
Yep.
outside access.
Correct, and it's already there. One of them is already there.
Right, we do have a sanitary service that
Yep.
exists right now.
That's
And
why
so-
that's there, because that's been there since that building was built in something like 1960.
Deed restrictions, overnight stays, stuff like that is gonna be in the condo association,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
So they can't plug or run their motor home and hang out there for the weekend and go use the bay if it's.
You mean, could they live in their motorhome in the
Again,
barn?
so-
Yeah, I don't,
I would imagine with a condo association
Yeah.
deeds and all that, you would have.
I do. We actually have it all. I haven't put it all in effect yet,
Gotcha.
but yeah.
That would be something that could be conditional on our part as well, right? As far as restricting that those are not to be dwellings or not to be used as offices, that
Yeah,
kind of thing
well,
would be part of our approval
The
process.
one building, the big building there, right here, that building has 20-foot ceilings in it, okay? So on that particular building, it's tall enough where you could put a mezzanine in it. So a lot of these condo facilities now, so the ceiling's 20 foot high. So if you wanted to put a mezzanine 8, 10, 12 foot off the floor, you'd still have 8 foot of ceiling height. So you could have like a man cave, so you could literally back your motor home or your trailer or whatever underneath it. You could have stairs going up to a mezzanine. Those will all be in our site plan drawings because we're going to give people the option to do that.
So what size of your door opening's gonna be in that large building, I guess? Now that you bring this up?
Each building will have a 14-foot wide by 14-foot tall with a 36-inch steel door for openings. Each building will have its own unit, its own access, its own water, its own sewer, its own power, and its own gas. It'll have 100 amp electric service for each one of those. That's minimum requirements today for electrical, is a minimum of 100 amp service. I'll have drawings and we'll come back with all that. I have an architect that's working on all that once we get through this phase.
So I appreciate you explaining all that with the larger building, but as Jeremy had mentioned about no overnight stays, I mean, once you start getting into an idea of a mezzanine, then you're kind of opening that door a little bit more to somebody maybe taking advantage of the space for, I don't know if I could call it
Well,
like
each-
a house away,
well,
but you're kind of opening that door because of the fact that you've got a
Yeah,
bathroom
but
there as
each
well.
building is gonna have its own HOA, it's gonna have its own set of rules, okay? So if the building is built, it has the appropriate room to accommodate that, okay? This is the only building that does, because it has 20-foot ceilings in it, okay?
Okay.
So with that mezzanine, it could be finished or it could be not finished. As long as you had overnight stay and you met the building code, it's not a problem.
Alright, so I also have input on that. I'm from Muskegon originally, and I live on like the only street with all businesses around me. Mine was a grandfather's home. So just recently, in the last 5 years, they just put up 8, I call it barndominiums per se, but it's exactly like what you're building. And it's just like a big old unit where they can move in their boat or their RV. And up above is the mezzanine. But one suggestion, if you don't already have it, is at the beginning when they first started these barndominium type things, they didn't have the vents up above where the people were living in the quarters up above. So then when they started building more in the future, I noticed that there was ventilation up top. So I'm not sure if you already have that in the works, but if not, I do suggest just ventilation up at the top where they're living and sleeping.
Yep.
But that's so
They're all
common
gonna
nowadays,
have
that's
heating
becoming a
units
thing.
in them,
Mhm.
and they'll have the opportunity to have air conditioning as well.
Yep.
Because these buildings will get really hot.
I guess I would imagine, I think Lori and I are in the same thinking right now. You're in an industrial zone. Somebody staying overnight or the weekend does not fit industrial zoning. So, like Cody just said, somebody living in there, in my opinion, it's gonna create, it's not gonna be harmonious with everything else industrial-wise, trying to keep that. That's my concern is living.
I'm not saying they are gonna live in it, I'm saying there's a potential to put a loft in it.
If they chose to put a loft in there, then my recommendation would be that it's a conditional approval. That absolutely prevents it from being anything but storage. If you're already bringing bathrooms into this, that's already opening a door that's been opened before, and it doesn't normally pan out well. So the fact that there's going to be water and sewer service, right, it's a hop, skip, and a jump to go to living there. And as Jeremy said, that does not fit with the zoning that you have there. So I would think that if there was going to be any approval of a special use permit, it would have to be conditioned upon not having anything used as a dwelling, no overnight stays, and no offices, in order to be consistent with our zoning.
Also, from my perspective of seeing in the last 4 years of living there and them building those buildings, honestly, all those people like millionaire billionaires, they have money. They have houses all around the world. They're not just staying there. I barely saw vehicles there. They were literally just there, like if they were visiting, using their boat, their RV, they would be there for temporary, and then I maybe saw them park their car there like twice a night in a row, and then they were gone. And I was like, oh, I tried to meet my neighbors. They weren't there long enough for me to meet them.
So with you,
Just
for D&M, where are some of these other ones located that you've worked with or have paid?
Well, Mark's brother is doing one at Freeland right now.
The one on 47 that American was building.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the master deed that we have that I'm supposed to review, but it's like this thick.
Yep.
And
Now, over on Schumann Drive, okay, the Raleighs built some there 2000, I'm gonna say 10, 12, not sure, you know. They built maybe 40 of them. They're still there.
Yep.
Now, they're more business oriented because that's a different area, you know. Now there's a new guy that bought property on the corner of Schumann and Euclid. Okay, he's a drywaller from Saginaw. I can't think of his name. I sold him his excavator and his dozer. That's the only reason I know the guy. He is doing some condominium storage there. He's a little different animal because he's going for contractor type guys. Okay, we're going for fishermen and RV and more recreational type folks because you really got to drive by us to get to the water. Is the whole idea.
I mean, I see what you're saying, Cody. Honestly, I've looked at some in Harbor Springs. And
Yeah.
You're kind of going
Yes.
Harbor Springs.
Yep.
That's exactly what they're called.
Yeah.
So I see.
And a lot of people like the lofts because people like to hang out in them, you know?
You drive up here, you get weather, you can't take the boat out
Yeah.
of the bay.
Let's say you're a fisherman guy and, you know, you got smoke like today. What are you gonna do?
Northeast wind.
I mean, sure, it's gonna open it up to that potential,
Yeah.
but people are gonna take advantage on any type of, you know.
Well, the best thing is to just have in the master deed, the bylaws written that.
And that would be something too that I think would be maybe conditional as far as the HOA and the rules that are
Yeah.
set up, working with the township, you know, as far as
But say,
anything that's
say
beyond.
if like Dennis had one and he was over there waxing his boat, he would need a nap every 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
He'd need a futon up in the loft, right?
Oh, definitely.
But again, this is the start of this
Correct.
whole plan, you know, so, I mean, we're not here to vote on the site plan and approve that. We're here to, like, put you one step closer to moving forward, whether the site plan has to be modified or not.
So looking, I don't know, you've got a more in-depth site plan, and you're currently using this as storage.
Yeah. Since 2017, we've been using
Yeah.
these buildings.
It looks a lot better than it used to. I was there for 3 days while I was on fire, so it looks,
Okay.
you've done good. Water runoff. Up here, is that your depth, this is where it pools, or what do
Yeah,
you?
yep.
Well, there's a
So right
storage-
now, I mean, this site has this
Natural flow.
There's storm sewers everywhere. There's a big pipe, there's a 36 up here on Linwood where it's all going to. If we have to put the restrictor in that pipe right there, and since it's gravel, it'll be at 80% impervious, and so we'll get some of it soaked in. Right now, some of the water comes into the railroad ditch. We'll capture that when we grade it, and again, just a slight restrictor into that pipe will just slow everything down before it gets into the system.
Yeah, 'cause I remember when that burnt, all that water went to county drain up to Fortis at that time. So, that's all I got. Sorry, I asked a lot.
Any other questions?
So right now, we're looking at a conditional special use, basically what?
And again, we're
Contingent
not-
on site plans,
and again, yeah,
engineer drawings.
Site plans being proposed and accepted and so forth.
And we've given them a number of things that they've been complying with as we've been waiting for the meeting.
Trying to follow the emails.
Yeah, I think Don's got it down to about 5 items.
Yep.
And so we've been nibbling away at all of them, and
The only thing in particular is that in the ordinance, it does not allow unpaved, so depending on how you define it, but it's bituminous and concrete. And so you would, when we get to the site plan, you know, it needs to be approved with that. You're allowed, your ordinance allows deviation. So you would just simply say that.
Asphalt, in my eyes is asphalt.
Yeah. I can tell you all the storage facilities in Collin Township are all using gravel and crushed asphalt.
Not surprised.
That's kind of a thing here, only because of cost. That site's 11 acres, costs $1 million to pave it. I mean, it's really expensive.
Anybody else got questions?
Any other discussion, consideration from the board?
Do you want to see the condominium documents as well as the site plan, or have that part of the, you might say that?
As far as the
For the site plan approval, not the special use permit that you're
I
dealing
was
with.
just saying,
So when they
site
do-
plan approval will be the next step.
Yeah.
Right,
we-
right. Just if, so that John has something to do to review them and,
Yeah.
But conditional upon the site plan
Yeah.
reviews. Correct.
we were hoping to get site plan approval on this site. I mean, there are a couple contingencies that we can work through, but from a site plan standpoint, nothing's really going to change. There isn't a whole lot, there isn't really a whole lot other than running that sanitary sewer in there, and we have to get the architectural plan, so it could be, contingent on approval of the, from the building inspector.
That's what we have now.
I was gonna say, our site plan approval doesn't have to have stamped drawings for us to approve it, correct?
yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
does. Yeah, I think it does. That
Yeah.
they have
But you
to
have
put
stamped, right?
16.
Your architect.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 He is
Don, I
there.
have a question. So your engineering stamp company
Like,
is working with them
Yeah.
as far as this,
you should have a copy of
And we-
what we gave to them.
I don't.
It came in the email about 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it came tonight.
Well,
I didn't
he
do
sent
it.
it to me 2 days ago.
I sent it
It was at
to
the
Matt.
long end of,
Yeah. I was just gonna say, because this is
I think
another
that's,
thing.
that's
The site
what, we
plan
need
is
to
back
maybe
here
just
in
talk
the
about that
office.
at the end, is
Yeah.
just the
And it was
communication
changed
doesn't,
this week, correct.
Yeah.
isn't all,
Okay.
so.
To meet
Yeah,
certain,
we could use it.
and that's, I don't know if you left this too, that kind of gives you
Yeah.
a synopsis
Dated the
of,
23rd. And we're
this
just
was
getting
my
it
boss
today.
on Monday.
Yeah.
So I guess my commission.
I guess I'm ready to make a motion if there's no further discussion.
If you'd like to make a motion.
Can't second, it's gotta make a motion.
Okay.
Conditional approval of the special use and site plan. I'm not gonna go strict as no overnight stays. I would recommend in your deed, no extended stays. And no office space. Is that,
I think you would have to actually put what extended stay means for that to have any teeth.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could just say
Yeah.
extended stays, anybody could, and some people that'd be 2 days, some people that'd be 40, right? So you'd actually have to put some teeth in it, of exactly what that reflects.
well,
3 days?
weekend? How, I guess this is discussion with the board, not to be used as a dwelling. So we're not, because I can see he's waxing his super yacht. It could take 3-4 days, and say he drives from Grand Rapids. If he wants to camp out, I mean, I know it happens down at the marina all the time.
That's exactly how it works.
Or Arizona, they're from all over.
Yeah, so I know people do stay, so that's my only concern, you guys putting, you can only stay 2 days or 3 days. No dwellings, no offices, so conditional approval, site plan, special use permit, with no dwellings and no offices clause.
I still
in
think
HOA.
we should have a time limit, because no dwellings,
We had to put time
I mean,
limits on
that's-
tourist dwellings.
someone could say, well, it's gonna take me 30 days.
Yeah. For residential, like, insurance, if you're there for 30 days or more, then like, that's like, you're living there per se.
I think we're too broad in
I
opening.
think it needs to be storage only. That's my, storage only, no overnight stays, no.
Well,
setting
we're
up
allowing
shop.
it. Little Beach Marina's got overnight stays and boats in their parking lot, so I don't see why we would
Different
penalize.
zoning.
Right, yeah.